You've heard Pennyfather's sordid tale, have you? I do not give that man's story much credence. Neither do I have any desire to meet this sorceress. Such types cannot be trusted, in my experience. We've come this far, and discovering the truth about the source of the Lost Plague seems wise. But there's a great deal of ground to cover, and little time, if the corrupted are as strong as they seem. Careful not to give too much credit to the Azoth tree. Nature here does not always align with humanity's best interests. If she exists, I suspect, however, the corpse crone may be hiding secrets of significant power. There's a stalwart knight named Sir Britmar who once protected the Fen. If she remains, I shall request her aid in this venture. Meanwhile, the crone's curse began in Perryville, so I suggest you search there. Do be careful.
Bravo! You found me again! As you can see, I've found another location. Listen carefully. I've rediscovered how the ancients protected some of their sites, huh? Huh? This secret could better safeguard the Traveler's Rest. It could change the future of Aeternum. Certo. You see, the ancients created protection stones for their sites. Unfortunately, I used the last of mine to surround the first Traveler's Rest. If I give you this recipe, would you craft more for me? Bentornato! Oh, and just in time. This road is well traveled. I've had my hands full keeping the less friendly sorts away. Were you able to create the stones as I asked? Bravo, friend! Oh, if only I'd found you instead of those idiotti, this would have been done months ago. Again, grazie. You are a blessing to all good souls. Per favore, take this as a small token of thanks. For now, 2 sides for the Traveler's Rest will have to do. I've delayed dealing with Eric long enough. It's time he answers for his betrayal. You've already dealt with 2 of the traitors. I ask for your help with their leader. See, Eric Nicholson, the foreman of my treacherous crew. I'm certain he was the mastermind of their scheme. The trouble is, I've received no word of him, which means the scoundrel is hiding. I've put the word out for any information, but this time I must be involved. I'll travel north and try to find anything there. You should check with Innkeep Lamb in Morningdale. She'll know of anyone strange in the area.
Oh, hello! Perfect timing. I'm Nali, the architect. You've probably seen my work in the Ebonscale settlement. Say, do me a favor. Take a look at this bridge and tell me, how old do you think it is? Yes, exactly! These stones have been here as long as anyone can remember. If we can learn how the ancient architects reinforced these structures, imagine what we could accomplish. So, I have a theory. If my assessment is correct, this bridge is over 10,000 years old. I simply must get my hands on some samples to prove it. Could you help me with that?
It's quiet out there. Far too quiet. I fear the worst for my companions. They should have arisen by now. Have you perchance seen anyone in attire like mine along the road? I expected as much. Blast. My companions and I are shadow hunters. We formed a band called the White Skulls to hunt the corpse crone and her many abominations. We were chasing such a monster when my companions and I were slain. A brute known as the Denier. He's easily twice my height and thick as a bull. I would not dare face him again alone, but there is a bounty to collect if you are brave enough to bring back proof of his demise. Interested? He was once our brother. Alas, this terrible fate so often awaits the crone's many victims. Here, your bounty as promised. If you bested the denier, then perhaps you can be of further use. My comrades and I chose this as a meeting point in the event our hunt was unsuccessful. They still haven't returned. Unfortunately, I must assume the worst. Joan and Marcus had only recently joined our hunt. It's possible they lacked the fortitude to withstand such a harrowing death. Call me sentimental, but blood and toil have a way of bonding people. Search Periville for any sign of their resurrection or unfortunate demise. Return them to me if you can. And if the worst has happened, reclaim their White Skull bands for me.
The flowers referenced in the ancient tablets quickly proved a waste of time. Whatever reason the ancients cultivated them, it was not to defend against the Crimson Madness. Conversely, the mushrooms seem to offer some promise. I was able to infuse them with the azoth from the ruins, and the mushroom's luminescence dims when in the presence of corruption. Desperate as they are, it was not difficult to convince the villagers here to drink the mushroom concoction I prepared. Though, finally, my efforts have yielded results. I have exposed several volunteers to corruption. And while the mixture may still require some fine-tuning, it's clear that it works. With some caveats. Unfortunately, I noticed right away that the cure somehow deadened the volunteers' senses. And a short time later, they seemed to lose their ability to communicate. Later, their eyes began to glow with a chill, and eventually became completely non-responsive. The villagers have taken to killing them, and their condition seems to be irreversible. I am convinced that with a few more tests, we can eliminate these disappointing side effects. But, of course, I am now having great difficulty recruiting more volunteers. Even Brittmar is having doubts. Damn it all. The situation here in Perryville is deteriorating by the hour. It seems one of the lost somehow passed their condition onto a family who had not been a volunteer. I offered to assess and treat the poor woman, but I was met with nothing but anger and fury. Everyone seems to have forgotten that this effort is in pursuit of protection against a far greater evil. With a few further tests, I am certain I can perfect the cure, and perhaps even find a remedy. If I am to find more volunteers, however, he will not be here. Brittmar is helping to pack all my equipment and research, and he will leave this town of fools in the morning. Good riddance.
I am at a loss for words, traveler. This emblem was a bond of brotherhood. It is a symbol of our commitment to the hunt. Well, this is grim, isn't it? Am I the only one left? No. Ruiz founded the White Skulls. He was a shadow hunter of unshakable resolve. He would not leave me like this. You have already risked so much. It pains me to ask for your aid again. For what it's worth, I know where to find him. At the site of his most grim demise. Karborg. It was there he sought to pass judgment over the crone herself, and paid for it with his life. Without hope, only horror remains. When you enter the town square, you'll know where to find him.
Let it be hereby known that the Shadow Hunters of Karborg are offering a reward for anyone providing information that leads to the capture of the corpse crone. The foul sorceress has dark hair and a pale, violet scar in place of a missing eye. She was last seen fleeing her home in Periville, but it is believed that she remains in hiding somewhere in Weaver's Fen. Let it be further known that anyone who harbors or abets the crone shall be held to equal account for her crimes, and shall be subject to the same sentence.
Look at this beautiful basalt you've brought me! I wonder where the ancients sourced it from? Now, let's see about that aging. Wait, that can't be right.
Am I truly all that remains? Ruiz and I had such plans. We intended to hunt terrors in the Shadowlands of Duravos. How cruel is fate, that I should live to see him become a monster like those we fought so hard to destroy. Time will tell, traveler. They found their final death, and yet I survive. I will never forget what you did today. I'll try to rebuild the White Skulls to carry on in their memory. Take care, friend.
I hope you had better luck than I, my friend. The legacy of the corpse crone seems to have claimed every town in this region. The only thing I've learned about Sir Britmar is that she departed from this area in some haste. You found the crone's grimoire. Quite an important clue. Filled with records of her vile conjurations, no doubt. But if it makes mention of Britmar, then I should very much like to study it further. Though the Bright Vigil never came this far east, it seems there were those who sought to hold the crone accountable for her crimes. I presume you saw the posters. These shadow hunters gathered in Karberg. Perhaps. I've just come from searching Britmar's home there. The crone's curse swept through Karberg like a hurricane. It appears the entire town fell lost in hours, and the curse still haunts the streets like a contagion. Very well. I should spend time studying this journal for clues to the crone's fate, and that of the brave and loyal Britmar. Learn what you can in Karberg, and then meet me on the town's outskirts. Light be with you, Warden.
Me.
Yes. We won't allow you to profane this place with your foul...
Enough! I don't have time for your ignorance.
This is the sad fate of humankind on this island. All of us, everyone, doomed to lose their souls. That is why we fight.
This journal tells more lies than truths. I simply cannot believe Brittmar would support this foul sorcery. What did you learn in Carburg? Did the hunters manage to apprehend the crone? She cursed an entire town. Such power rivals the magic of even Mirrodin himself. Perhaps that explains Brittmar as well. Yes, surely the crone had ensorcelled my brave friend. That must be it. The only place that hasn't fallen lost in this dreadful swamp is the ramshackle settlement of Twillen. I should like to go there and inquire after Brittmar. I cannot rest until I find an explanation for all this. If the journal is to be believed, the crone spent centuries studying the ancient ruins in the Fen. That is undoubtedly where she acquired her power. The last entry makes specific mention of the ruins at Vega Bridge. That makes sense. I hope you find answers. I hope we learn the crone ultimately faced justice for what she did. I will go on to Twillen and inquire about both Brittmar and the crone. I'll await you there.